Next example for this video, we have motivational speaker, author, ultramarathon runner, etc., David Goggins. Now I might be slightly different in my overall approach to things than Goggins, but of course this doesn't take away from his overall amazing story and how he's dealt with and overcome bullying, adversity, and everything in between. As I've read about in his book Can't Hurt Me, throughout his whole childhood, he was bullied, he was abused by his dad, and he also had really rough time in school, as his teacher said he had all these learning disabilities. He dealt with a lot of trauma in his life, and in part this led to him becoming very obese at one point until he started to look in the mirror and decide who he wanted to become, and he wasn't going to let anyone else stand in his way. Not his father, and not any of his school bullies either. So he built and cultivated this mental resilience from the ground up.
The struggle is real. It never gets any easier. You gotta get harder.
And as Goggins makes clear, your habits are ultimately up to you. People can laugh at you all they want whenever you're working towards your goals, but as long as you stick to those habits, you're going to be the one who gets the last laugh in the end. Some people out there see bullying as proof that they're weak, others they'll use it as proof of what they can endure. And just to be clear, once again, I'm totally against bullying, which is why I bring attention to it in these videos. This isn't my way of saying we need more bullies, but rather let me show you how when it is out there and when it does happen, let's overcome it and put the bully back in his rightful place on the sidelines and show ourselves that they can't stop us. You can't allow others' limits and the ones that they're going to impose on you to become your ceiling. If they want to accept those limits, cool, that's up to them. But remember that you don't have to. Now, something that separates me from Goggins, as my friend Josh pointed out so nicely, the same guy who inspired this video, but something that he told me that I really loved, was that I'm a nice Goggins. And I'm not saying I'm better or worse, but Josh pointed out how Goggins has this hard edge to him.
This message isn't for everybody. Some of you are so weak.
And that's of course his whole brand, and it's awesome, and it does work for a lot of people. But what Josh pointed out, and I'm really proud of this, is that I haven't let any of my adversity or any of my bullies stop me from being the kindest person I can be.
You're a good person.
I choose to keep my heart open and keep a healthy softness to me. And of course I'm extremely determined in my pursuit of my goals, and that I'm stubborn in fighting for my own dreams, but in my overall attitude and my demeanor and how I treat others, I've taken all this crap and yet I've stayed nice. And I refuse to let all this make me into something I'm not.